Ready?
All right, Dad, the question is, what were your parents like growing up?
My parents were very hard workers. They worked all the time. Um, Never got to see them much during the week. They didn't do anything with us just because they were so tired. Um, they never went to any PTA meetings. They never went to any of our sporting event things that we participated in. And I'm not complaining. I mean, they worked so hard to get us what we needed. But the only memories I really have them, my dad bought a tag-along trailer, a camping trailer. And we went camping a few times in that, and that was really fun. That's about the only memories I have as we were growing up. It was different when we were all older and we were like, Teddy.
This line is behind the couch.
Is he behind me?
He's on the floor.
Anyhow, it was a lot better when we all got older. My parents liked to gamble. That's one of the reasons why I like to gamble, is because it's a tie to them. And when we went gambling together, we had a lot of fun. And that's the only, well, that's not true. We took a cross country trip in the motorhome. I mean the travel trailer. And I forget how long it was, at least a couple months, maybe more. And we went all the way across the country, from Maryland, and we went to California, to San Diego, and that was quite a bit of fun. I got to see a side of my folks that I wasn't used to. I mean, you know, they're kidding around and having fun and stuff. And I don't remember ever seeing them like that, except for on that one trip. That was pretty cool. And I remember my dad going up Pikes Peak, walking up Pikes Peak, and he had a sign across his butt, and he held it, and he was wiggling as he was walking up, going Pikes Peak elevation, you know, whatever it was. But the rest of my things were, I remember my mom just loved to gamble so much. We would go into South Lake Tahoe, and as we're pulling into it for the first time that, you know, on that trip, we'd be at the stoplight where the, you know, California's this side, Nevada's that side. At the stoplight, she would jump out of the car and run over and run into the casino.
Wow. Yikes.
Yeah, she really liked it. And then she was very lucky. She liked to play the dollar slot machines. That's what she played. She didn't do anything else, actually. But we told her, we were at an escalator going up to the restaurants. It goes, okay, Mom, we'll meet you here at the escalator at 4 o'clock, whatever it was. And so anyhow, at 4 o'clock came, we were all there except for her. 5 o'clock came and said, we got to go find her. So we're looking all over the place and we can't find her. Finally, we found her sitting on a chair in front of a slot machine. And she goes, I've been waiting for you guys forever to come save me. And so, what do you mean save you? And back in those days, they were actually silver dollars. They weren't in paper. She goes, look, under her chair, she had about 4 or 5 buckets that big full of silver dollars. Each one had to weigh like 40, 50 pounds. So she goes, I can't pick those up. Okay. So we carry them back to the cashier and cash them in for her. But that was really funny. She couldn't leave because she couldn't pick up her money. She did well. I was surprised when we were in Lake Tahoe one time that Elvis Presley was playing, and my parents got tickets to go see the show. He says, Tom, come on, we'll treat you to the show. You should see him. And I said, no, I'd rather gamble. So I didn't go on the show. I rather went with him. And afterwards, my dad surprised me. He goes, that was a really good show. You know, I never thought he was into music at all of any kind. And he was kind of saying how good a show it was. So that's something I always remember.
Is the reason you were obsessed with the motorhome when we were growing up because of your parents?
No, we didn't have a motorhome. We had a travel trailer.
Close
It's a
enough.
big difference.
Mm.
But I like the idea that I could have a bathroom when we travel, while we were traveling.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up this video, Daddy-O.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much about everything. We didn't have to do a whole lot. I mean, we loved each other and we were close, but they just spent their whole lives working. My dad worked for IBM. He printed savings bonds. So he had these 200-pound rolls of paper. He was picking them up all day and putting them on the printing press, and running printing out the savings bonds. And my mom worked for the Justice Department. She was a confidential secretary to the Solicitor General of the United States through 6 presidents, from Kennedy to Carter, whatever it was. And she was pretty high up there. Matter of fact, in the Pentagon Papers, which you probably don't remember, my mom actually prepared that thing, and her boss presented it to in the Supreme Court. And my parents would go to White House parties and stuff. So,
It's really cool. I'm gonna go to one.
yeah.
I'm sure I'd behave.
It was funny though. I remember one time in the White House, I was home by myself, and the White House called and goes, "Is Mrs. Satterwhite there?" Because no, she's not. Who's calling? And they said, "This is the White House operator." And he goes, "Bullshit! Who is this? You, Harry?" They go, "This is the White House operator." And we went back and forth a few times. He goes, "Have Mrs. Satterwhite call me when she gets in and did this number." Boy, did I catch it. I learned phone etiquette right there, hardcore. They really gave it to me. It was kind of funny because we had so many guests come in, and because of my mom's job, she could always get them passes to the White House. So everybody got to go to the White House. I got so tired of going to the White House, I had to shake it up. So I had on these white shoes, like Elvis Presley shoes, baby powder pants, a Hawaiian shirt with puka shells, and like a goofy hat. I tried to look as much like as a tourist I could. Had a camera on my neck, and when I'm going through the White House, wow, that sure looks good. I was trying to be so stupid. Everybody thought so too, I think.
They were probably laughing. All right, Daddy. I'm gonna finish this and we'll do another question tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good.
I love you.
Love you too.